Alright, well, I guess I have no more excuses for not filming and uploading to my YouTube channel because we're all forced to stay inside, and luckily my hobby happens to be able to be done inside. So here we are. I put on a shirt for you, not pants, oh my god, but you are now here in my bed because when they say stay at home, I hear stay in bed. And I'm actually going to try and film a good number of videos, but we'll see how that goes, you know? We'll really see how that goes because I'm not very good when it comes to committing. Today's video is super chill. It's going to be more of a story time like format where I tell you about my first date experience. Now let me preface here. A, I haven't gone on that many first dates. B, I've been pretty lucky with the people who I've gone on dates with, but I still think I have some interesting doozies. Now just so that you get a little sense of what I'm like as a dater. A, I hate it. I hate the whole app process, meeting people you don't know, but I still dabbled, you know, because desperate times call for desperate measures. B, am I on B? Did I say 1 or did I say A? B, I consider myself an introvert and I'm relatively shy when it comes to strangers, so for all we know, they could be making videos about me and how shitty I am on a first date, but let's just pretend that's not a thing. C, I am very, very picky. As soon as someone kind of like hits a red flag, you know, there's a little hint of no, I'm like, this was fun, see you later, have a good life, let's never do this again. All in all, if I go on a first date with someone random, like from Tinder or whatever, likely there will not be a second date, and if there is a second date, we're gonna get into a relationship. That's my backstory. I'm gonna be telling you about first dates where there was definitely no second date. Okay, let's just jump in. First dude, we went to the same university, we matched on Tinder. I'm like, yo, this guy's pretty cute, he thinks I'm cute, let's go on a date. We go to like this fancy cocktail place, which A, right off the bat, is not my vibe. I don't know if you could tell from just watching me on camera, but I'm like a very casual, let's eat burgers, let's go get chicken wings kind of vibe. Not a fancy cocktail bar, but alas, here we are. I'm like, you know what, never say never. Let's do it. So I put on some decent clothes, aka not this. I go to this cocktail bar, sipping on these $20 cocktails that taste like dish soap. Let's just say that that's not the worst thing about this date. This guy, bless his soul, was so nervous. And let me tell you, I'm nervous, okay? But I can hold that shit on. I can put on a wall and be like, yo, I'm confident. Don't you worry about me. I'm an independent woman. But this guy's face, let me just try and recreate this for you. That was his face the entire time. So a couple things come to mind. I'm like, okay, is there something in my teeth? Is there something about me that's making him be like, because I just could not put my finger on it, and it was so distracting. Everything he said, his face was always just petrified, as if he was so scared to be on this date with me, and suddenly I was the most confident person in the room. I was like, oh, you're scared? Okay, I'm not scared anymore. I felt like I was on a date with a nervous teenager, even though I'm pretty sure he was older than me. It was just like a whole thing, and all I have to say for any girls or guys out there is I know that dating is scary, I know strangers are scary, but there is nothing more attractive than somebody who is confident, and that is not what I got from this guy, okay? So I try and spice things up with this guy because I'm like, okay, we need to cut this tension of you being scared of me. So we decide to play this fun game, okay? Super fun, where I pick the nastiest drink and I order it for him to drink. So here we have another $20 cocktail that tastes like the bottom of the ocean with a dash of sewage water. You know what? He probably didn't like being on a date with me either. So we weren't meant to be. Next guy. I go get tacos with this guy. Tacos, way more up my alley. I'm like, yo, there's potential here. First of all, I don't know if this guy was on a rush or if he hated me, but he was like, yo, let's wrap this shit up in 45 minutes. I'm like shoveling shit in my mouth, like, okay, we gotta go, sounds good, you know, just keep eating. That's not a problem for me, okay? I can eat fast if that's what you say, but I'm very curious as to why you asked me on a dinner date when you've only got a certain window of time to eat. Second red flag, he starts reading the ingredients off of the menu. I'm like, have we already exhausted all of our topics of conversation whereby you need to start reading the ingredients? As if that wasn't bad enough, he starts reading the word sesame, except he says sesame, and he says it maybe upwards of like 17 times. Sesame. I'm sitting there like, yo, I don't know this guy. I can't tell if he's joking or if he genuinely believes it is pronounced Sasame. I'm not one to judge, you know, tomato, tomato, whatever you say. Maybe this guy grew up from like some weird town where Sasame is legit how you're supposed to say it. I don't know, okay? So I'm not correcting him. I'm sitting there like, yo, weird, but like, I'll accept it, you know, I'm gonna let it slide. And then he sits back and he's like, you're really not gonna correct me? I'm sitting there like, dude, I don't know you. Do you know me? Maybe Sasame is the way we're supposed to say it, but we're all been saying it wrong. Who knows? That was the bulk of our conversation for this date, to be honest with you, and it was just too much for me. Boy, bye. Snip, snip. See ya later. Then we have one of my favorite specimens, okay? This guy was very vocal that I could not be friends with any boys. No boys. Not a single boy. Don't look at a boy. Don't walk past a boy. If you get one sniff of a boy, you're cut. I didn't even meet this guy in person because this all happened over text, but I was pretty much telling him a story of how I'm friends with one of my exes, and he was like, I'll tell you right now, if that's still the case, we can't date. And I'm like, then I guess we're not dating, son. I am triggered, okay? Triggered when someone tells me who I can't be friends with, because A, I've got a good amount of guy friends. B, that's none of your business. C, you're a stranger, okay? Like, you want me to pick you over my friends? Hell no! So I'm sitting there like, yo, be calm, Sam. Be calm. Just respond respectfully. I'm like, could you please elaborate on why you think I can't be within 6 feet of a boy? You know this whole 6 feet social distancing thing? Yeah, he enforced that, but for boys, okay? He was like, yo, don't do it. They got cooties. Anyways, he goes, I just know how boys think. And I'm like, you're a boy! You are a boy. Anyways, that was pretty much the end of that. I made some passive-aggressive comment about how I hope he finds somebody that he can lock in a box and that only ever wants to be around him and that never wants to go outside, because that's pretty much what he's looking for. Moving on. Oh, this guy I didn't even meet from an app, so there was potential, okay? There was serious freaking potential. This guy walks on into the store that I was working at when I was working retail, and he's like being all cute and flirty, and then like walks back in, asks for my number, and I'm like, oh, this is cute, this is organic, this is exactly what I've been saying I wanted. Okay, here we go, let's give it a chance. I'm texting this guy, not a great texter, but you know what? Maybe people are just better in person. I won't judge. Fast forward, he's like, let's go on a date. I'm like, let's do it, baby. So I'm sitting here like, I'm tired of going for dinner. I'm tired of getting expensive cocktails. I'm not tired of eating tacos, but that one guy really fucked it up for me. Let's do something that's what I would consider foolproof. Let's go to an amusement park. How fun, carnival vibes, you're eating cotton candy, really cute, you're going on roller coasters and like screaming together, figuring your life together. I mean, like, what more could you ask for? So he's like, down, let's do it. I'm like, yes. The inner kid in me is like, so we go. Let me just point form list all the things that went wrong here because it's a long fucking list. A, shows up 45 minutes late. B, is afraid of all rides yet agreed to come to an amusement park with me. C, also has motion sickness but yet again agreed to come to an amusement park with me. To D, I know my ABCs. Cannot think of a single conversation topic whereby we had probably a 15-minute conversation on the differences between Celsius and Fahrenheit. Can we just have a moment of silence for this sweet, sweet boy? What letter was I on? E, I say, tell me any life story. Any story about your life. I personally love having those conversations because you get to know the person. I'm just gonna put my hand now. You get to start this conversation that hopefully leads into other conversations. You know, it shouldn't be hard. I have just met you. You have had a quarter of a century of life. Just give me any story. You could even make it up because how would I know if it's true? And this boy couldn't think of one. Not even one. You know, I don't go outside either, but I've still got some life stories. Somebody help me understand. That guy was probably the biggest doozy, I won't lie. I completely ghosted him, and I don't always agree with ghosting, but sometimes it just has to be done. Those are all the stories I'm going to run through today. Let me know if you like these kinds of videos where I just ramble on about things that have happened to me and really give zero advice whatsoever. We'll see ya in the next one. Goodbye.